Do you have a company, a business, or do you have a job? A lot of building company owners think that they've got a business, but in actual fact, they couldn't go away on holiday. Their business struggles to run without them, and it's all on their shoulders. The first thing is congratulations on taking the risk to actually get into business. But one of the key things is to have a look and to ask yourself, do I actually have a business? And a business is a commercial, profitable enterprise that works with or without you. So if you want to be there, fantastic. You can be there, you can work on the business instead of in it. But if you're having to be there and you're having to do the pricing, nothing happens without you, you can't go away for more than 4 weeks and wondering, is the place going to fall over? Then you have a job. There's nothing wrong with having a job as long as you get real with it and realize that you have a job with overhead. And quite often, a lot of people don't get off the builder's hamster wheel. They stay stuck doing a lot of the crap jobs, and which is less than what they would get paid if they're working for someone else. And because there's a lot of risks that come with it. So you've got public liability, professional indemnity, tax, merchant, employees, health and safety. There's a lot of potential risks. So it needs to be worthwhile. So you need to get a reasonable ROI, return on your investment, and ROE, return on your effort. And to do that, the key thing is to change things from having a job, which is solely reliant on you to do everything, or you might have some other team members, or maybe you work for a madman, and that madman is you, who might pay you poorly and has you working all hours. So job is an acronym for journey of boredom or just over broke. So there's a few key things that distinguish or differentiate a business from having a building company that's essentially a job with overheads. So the first key thing is systems. There's 3 key systems you need in place. One is sales and marketing. So you get plenty of leads, get booked out 6 to 12 months in advance, can choose what kind of jobs that you take on board, and don't have to compete on margin just to win a job. If you don't have decent sales and marketing, you don't have that dialed in, then you essentially have no future, which leads to a lack of confidence and potentially having to compete on price to win jobs. Number 2, after sales and marketing, is numbers and pricing. If you don't get that right, then you'll have poor cash flow and no money or lumpy cash flow. And lastly is team and systems. And this is a big one, because without these 2 things dialed in, you'll have no time, because you might be feeling that you pulled back into site to put out fires. You're constantly going back and fixing cock-ups with the guys. So without the right team and without the right systems to train them, systems to run the job, quality assurance systems, 287-point contract signing systems, etc., it's all on the person who's most invested in the business, their shoulders, and typically that's you, the owner. So ask yourself this: could you go away for 6 weeks and return, and the business is actually working better than when you left? So this was a key thing that Alvin Chisnell from Certified Home Extensions asked. He said to me, how can I go away for 6 weeks, go to Europe, take the family, and actually come back to a business that's working better than when I left it? So we set about hiring, who did he need? Well, he needed a decent project manager, so we hired a great project manager. Well, it was actually a trainee project manager from the Philippines, but he trained him in Alvin's systems. 2, sales and marketing. We hired Emily, fresh out of uni. She did the marketing, generated the right kind of leads. He got his website done through us. We increased that significantly by having a direct response website. And then a good sales process that qualifies out the tire kickers, and you only work with people that are a good fit. And naturally, if they're a good fit, they need to fit your perfect client avatar. So what sort of radius are they in? How close to starting the build are they? What size is the project, etc., etc. And what kind of job is it? So we did that, hired those people, dialed them in, took at least a year, 12 months. But then Alvin was able to go away for 6 weeks, came back, business was running even better than when he left, and he signed 3 jobs while he was away. Or actually, the team signed 3 jobs while he was away. So if you feel that you have a job rather than a business, first thing is to get real. And if you work out your professional builder's rate, your PBR, that's simply owner's remuneration, which is a combination of your salary. So if your salary is 100K and your company profits are 150, you've got 250K. Divide those by the number of weeks. Let's say you work 50 weeks a year to make that very simple. It's $5,000 a week. If you work 50 hours a week, we divide that $5,000 by the 50 hours, means you've got a professional builder's rate, a PBR of $100 an hour. So do that exercise. If you have a PBR of anything less than $60 an hour, you would be better off working for someone else than carrying all those risks and concerns. And if so, if it is, your PBR is less than $60 an hour, you've really got to ask yourself, why are you in business? Like, Why? Are you there to provide great housing? Are you there to do epic builds? Are you there to provide a great life for your family? And are you achieving that at the moment? Because there's people out there doing that, achieving those goals. And if that's your current system's not working for you, then look at the systems or look at the lack of systems that you have and decide that you want to make a change. That's as simple as it is. Same as if you're fat and overweight. Just decide, I don't want to be fat anymore. Look at what you're eating, look at what you're dieting, look at your systems. You are the function of what you do each and every day. So the first key thing, admit, do you have a job or do you have a business? If it's less than $100 an hour, your PBR, then you want to have a look at, great, what are all the tasks that I'm doing during the week? And I'll bet you can find at least 10 hours a week that are less than $100 an hour. So is it going to the merchant that you can maybe get a hammer hand or an apprentice to do? Is it doing admin? What is it that you're doing that is below your PBR? And then look to get 5 to 10 of those things off your plate each quarter, build a system, and hey presto, we've got a job description for the next person. So that's it from me today. Do you have a job or do you have a business? So take a good hard look, do that PBR exercise, and then decide if you want to get off the builder's hamster wheel and go from job to business, builder to businessman, and businessman to entrepreneur. All right, that's it from me today. Go forth, smash it, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Cheers.